Alright, you've waited long enough. Let's finally answer the question I've been delaying for the longest time. Amon versus Ozai. Who wins? Before I begin with the analysis, a few things to establish. We are covering each character at their absolute strongest. For Ozai, this means using the comet amplification. I already know some of you are yelling that's unfair, so this video will cover both Ozai with and without the comet. Now, without further ado. Let's begin with a brief background on Amon, the villain who somehow conducted the biggest fraudulent uprising in the series. Because for some reason, the people claiming to want equality were following a leader who obviously was not equal to them. He showed them he has the power to take away bending, which none of them had, immediately making him not equal and not suited for their cause. But because he had an ability that harmed the other side they hated, they allowed it. Very interesting. Anyway, back to the video. He is a waterbender, the son of Yakone, and a master bloodbender. Let's go ahead and list Amon's qualities briefly here. Bloodbending mastery. Trained from childhood to perform bloodbending without the use of a full moon. He eventually developed a terrifying ability, psychic bloodbending. No hand movements required. However, it is worth noting that every time he needed to exert excessive force, he did use his hands, suggesting a deeper level of command in those moments. In other words, if the opponent is proving too resilient, he will use his hands to gain extra control over them. Martial arts. His close combat skills are deceptive. Many mistake his dominance for martial prowess, but he's actually using passive bloodbending to weaken and quietly control his opponent's movements. This is mostly for theatrics, but it does mean he can manipulate a target's movements in a close combat fight. Waterbending. Sadly underexplored. We know he has at least basic mastery and was able to create a huge water vortex, suggesting at least a master's equivalent skill level. He is extremely fast and dangerous when in the water. Bending erasure. Amon can take away someone's bending by touching their forehead. We are going with the common assumption that he is using blood bending to block the chi paths within the body. We don't need to know the exact mechanics, just that it's a finisher move requiring close proximity. That about covers Amon. Now let's talk about his opponent. Fire Lord. No. Phoenix King Ozai, that's much better. Ozai is the second-born son of Fire Lord Azulan, a relentless perfectionist and a truly cruel man who cares for no one but his own objective. He will lie, cheat, and use any underhanded means necessary to win. A trait we see when he delays Zuko just long enough to hit him with point-blank lightning. Hold on to that, it will come in handy later. Let's look at Ozai's skills. Master Firebender. The official canon states he is the strongest firebender we have seen in the verse, with or without the comet, placing him above Iroh, Zhong, and Azula. His power is sheer unmatched ferocity. Master Lightning User. He can dual-wield lightning with minimal charge time, and overall spam lightning and quick-draw lightning in about a second's charge time. He is the greatest lightning user in the series. Flight. There is a debate to be had here. Did the comet teach him to fly, or did it just make it easier? The comet is an amplification, not a skill injector, meaning he likely already possessed the rudiments of this advanced technique. Either way, flight is in his arsenal. To explain further, what is easier for you to believe? That he instantly learned to fly with perfect control during the comet, or that he already knew how to, and the comet made it easier to do so? Once again, either way, Ozai can fly. The only factors are how much and how well. Hand-to-hand combat. This is a complete mystery, but given his standing, we will generously assume he's at least average and won't be a liability in a close-up fight. I mean, he is the Fire Lord, raised as a noble in the Fire Nation and a perfectionist the same way Azula is. In fact, Azula became such a perfectionist directly because she was emulating her father, so it's hard to believe he didn't receive any usual training as well. Mind you, when Zuko went to talk to him during the eclipse, he brought swords, and Ozai only only sat down when he saw that Zuko had those swords. When he was empty-handed, Ozai was ready to run them hands, as the colloquial might say. Now let's get into the fight itself. This is where the variables become key. Scenario number 1, Ozai with Sozin's comet. This is the most stacked scenario, and Amon's win condition is narrow, less than 20%. Amon can only win if he goes for the kill, immediately, without hesitation. If he doesn't, Ozai will fill the sky with enough lightning to finish the job, and he only needs a second or two to charge, then it's game over. Why does Comet Ozai dominate? Number 1, overwhelming firepower. With the comet, Ozai can breathe or conjure fire torrents the size of skyscrapers. He can bathe the entire area in constant flame. Amon cannot get close enough to take his bending away, as he'd be fried instantly. Number 2, bloodbending is not an instant win button. Bloodbending can be resisted. We have seen Mako resist it long enough to shoot lightning. We've also seen Korra completely overcome it with sheer willpower. Number 3, Ozai's willpower. Ozai's will temporarily won the bending tug-of-war against the Avatar state Aang. That level of willpower is more than enough to achieve what Korra did, resist bloodbending, even temporarily. If Ozai can resist even a little, he can still breathe fire, propel himself into the air, or, most crucially, shoot lightning the same way Mako did. The moment he does, Amon is finished. Because if Mako, a street rat, managed to pull that off, so can Ozai, the strongest firebender, confirmed mind you. And unlike Mako, when that first lightning bolt hits, he won't be running away. He will keep slapping him with lightning until he's damn sure the job is done. Or just fry him. Ozai has no humanity in him. He is very much willing to do this. So what's the verdict? With the comet, 80% goes to Ozai, 20% goes to Amon. Amon's victory relies entirely on Ozai making a critical mistake, which is unlikely given his fighting style. Fight scenario number 2, Ozai without Sozin's comet. This is a much different story. It's a 50-50 split. Amon has a better chance because he can control the tempo of the fight, but the roles are reversed. Ozai's win relies on Amon making a mistake. Let's look at Ozai's win conditions here. Number 1, the surprise attack. This is Ozai's defining character trait. If he can catch Amon off guard with a quick burst of lightning, again, just like Mako did, Amon is dead. It only takes one hit. Number 2, fire breathing control. Even without the comet, being bloodbent does not stop him from breathing fire or creating fire. If he can thrash around and breathe a constant stream of fire to keep Amon at bay, just like Aang's fire roar right here, he can prevent Amon from getting close enough to take his bending. He can then follow up with a barrage of lightning, and then the fight is over. Now let's look at Amon's win conditions. Number 1, the immediate takeaway. Amon takes control of Ozai with bloodbending, maneuvers behind him to avoid fire breathing, gets close and removes his bending. Battle over. Number 2, the missed lightning strike. Ozai attempts the surprise lightning, misses, and makes Amon more cautious. Amon then uses his superior range and control to remove Ozai's bending. Battle over. So what are the deciding factors? Ozai's victories rely on exploiting Amon's established flaws. Amon has a tendency to make mistakes due to the following reasons. Number 1, pride and carelessness. We see him walking slowly towards his opponents, example Korra and Mako, and is unwilling to end conflicts immediately. He tries to look good, wasting time that Ozai, a fighter who bursts forward like a roided monster, will capitalize on immediately. Number 2, vulnerability to shock. He lost his grip on bloodbending when Korra hit him with air, suggesting that a panicked state can break his concentration and bloodbending, leaving him exposed to possible attacks, which can definitely happen. So what is my conclusion? Can Ozai beat Amon? Absolutely. Can Amon beat Ozai? Absolutely. This video is mostly for the people who believe Amon is some untouchable god of the Avatarverse. The show itself showed us that bloodbending, while powerful, can be resisted by a non-bender/airbender, Korra. It depends on which one you consider her to be. She was a non-bender while resisting it, and was an airbender after resisting it, so whichever one you go with. Given Ozai's intense willpower, Korra, which nearly resisted the Avatar state Aang. It's not too far-fetched to say that he has the mental fortitude to at least partially break Amon's control, even for a second or two, which will be more than enough to get in some lightning or attacks. So what's my final analysis? With the comet, Ozai is going to win. He is an overwhelming force that Amon has no way to deal with. Without the comet, it's a terrifyingly close 50-50 fight that hinges on a split-second mistake from either of them. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you managed to stick around for all of this, leave a fire emoji to vote for Ozai, or a water emoji to vote for Amon, and I will leave a heart on your comment to thank you for making it through the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, my friend.